1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For God isn't an author of confusion, but of peace. This game called life, this game of chess. But many of you played it like checkers. And every time that happens, all I do is smile. I'm a demon sent here to destroy you. My job is, I poison your mind with the illusion that the way you live your life, filled with greed, sin, and lust, is the correct way to live. I place a blindfold over your eyes, place you at my mercy. I'm the best at what I do. 1 Peter 5 and 8 warns you to be on alert.
We are the best, we're above the rest. Just put us to the test, we'll prove we are the best. We are the best, we're above the rest. Just put us to the test, we'll prove we are the best. We are the best. We're motivated, we're only escalating. We're number one, and we're having fun. We like to ball, so we can have it all. Yeah, we do a lot.
Excuse me, sir. Can I help you with something?
Yeah. I was told that there was some kind of meeting going on today.
Well, there is a meeting, but it's invite only. Can you tell me who told you about it?
Yeah, I just met this lady at the store. She was like brown skin. I think her name was Vicky.
Oh, okay. That's actually my wife. I'm David. David Wells. Come on in. We're just setting up the place. You know, I hope I didn't seem rude back there. We're trying to keep the attendance numbers low, so, you know, large crowds, everything needs to make people quiet.
Nah, it's all good. Now, I mean, really, what is this about? Because I just took the address from Vicky, and I went on my way. I mean, like, this isn't a church service or anything, is it?
No, it's not a church service. I'm not even the pastor of this church. Me and my wife, we do attend here, though. But, you know, it's just one of these things we set up once a week.
But could you tell me exactly what it is? Because I got to be honest with you. I really don't do church. I believe in God and everything, but, I mean, church just really isn't my thing.
Why don't we just let that be a mystery? But I can tell you this. If my wife invited you, it wasn't for no reason. You know, we got some chairs to set up. Do you mind helping me out?
what you doing with it is the question. And yeah, are you watching every second? And are you taking every second in? The devil's a punk and I'm not about to let him win. Success is a must and I gotta get it in. Trying to make him shine through rap, eyes off me. Hope he's seeing right through Matt. They acting like they never met him, saying, "God, who that? Family matters, and I'ma clap him." Did I do that? Out of the chilly weather, I'm hotter than chili peppers. I gotta be feeling better, cause God is my healing.
Look at me. Look at me.
You don't get it, do you? I was fine before I met you. I had a wife, a kids. You ruined all that for me. It's over. You're dead to me.
I'm dead to you? No, you're dead to me. Such a poor excuse for a man. It's not my fault that you're so easily manipulated. You're nobody. You might just get out of here. Did you enjoy the show?
Actually, no. He shouldn't have done that in public.
You're right about that.
But I'm not on your side either. I've never heard so much foul stuff come from one person.
Whatever, lady.
Do you want to wait inside for a cab or something?
Well, I would if I had money for a cab.
Well, why don't you call one of your friends to come pick you up?
I would do that if I had friends to call.
Figures.
Ugh.
Look, why don't you wait inside until my meeting is over? Then I can drop you off somewhere.
Well, that's the only choice I have, right?
Now, before we go inside, I'm going to need you to put on some more clothes. You can't be dressed like that in church.
I thought it was come as you are.
Well, I'm suspending that rule for right now.
Anyways.
Lord have mercy.
We'd like to welcome everybody here. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate it, especially the newcomers. Thank you. I'd like to just start off the meeting by giving you a gist of what this is all about, why we're here. We here like to call this Sinners Anonymous. This is an event that me and my wife put together for people that are godly people that are on the fence, and just anyone that is having an issue with sins. And in this place, there is no judgment because we all sin. We've all fallen short, and we're just trying to create an environment where people can come and sit and talk about their struggles and try not to fall again. I like to begin these meetings by talking about my own personal story and my own shortcomings. Me and my wife, we lived in Vegas. As any new couple goes through when you're first getting married, deal with a lot of struggles. Living in Vegas didn't really help that out because on top of our marriage, we had to deal with all the things that came with that. One of the things we dealt with was one of my friends had a bachelor party and invited me to go, and I went. And I told myself that I wouldn't drink, that I wouldn't get involved. But a few drinks in, I started partaking. And before I knew it, I was right there in there doing all the things that I knew I shouldn't do. And as the night went on, I met this young lady. And when I met her, I knew she was trouble. From the moment I saw her, I knew she was trouble. It was just the way she talked to me, the way she interacted with me. She was just so sincere. And as we began to talk, she took me into the private room, and one thing led to another. We ended up having sex. When I went back home, the thing that bothered me wasn't that I had cheated on my wife. What bothered me is that I had to leave, because I wanted to go back. And as the time progressed, I grew worse and worse in my sin, and I fell farther and farther into that sinful lifestyle. And I found myself wanting to please my flesh more and more. And the kicker was, one night I went out, I'd started a fight with my wife just so I could get out and go hang out. And I met up with those same ladies, and I was in a hotel room, and some guys busted in the door and held us up at gunpoint. ended up making me get on the floor on my knees, naked. And, I just felt so ashamed. I just felt, I was angry. How could I let my sin get me in this situation? I was out of control. And they ended up trying to take one of the girls away, and I tried to stop them, but they ended up beating me senseless. And I woke up in a hospital, with wires attached to me. And it was at that point that I realized that I had to make a change, and I had to give my life to God, and I had to get control of these issues. And that's what I did. And I would encourage each and every one of you, we all have issues. I would encourage each and every one of you to share those same issues here in this format. And if anyone else would like to, to speak or has something that they would like to share, I'd like to give you the opportunity to do so now.
My sin is pornography. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop thinking about it.
My struggle is submitting unto God. I mean, I have the love for God, but just living times like these, living for God, seems impossible.
But at some point, it becomes something kind of sick. And for me, it's not just the physical aspect of seeing a naked woman, but it's the emotion. That for that moment, I can close my eyes and I can see this naked woman, and I believe she loves me.
And I'm afraid of running out of the chances, out of days.
There's no criticism. I mean, if you look at me, you can get a glimpse as to why people judge me. Yet I don't understand it because I'm just being myself. I just ask that you pray for me. Pray that I would break free from this stronghold. Pray that I would be what God wants me to be.
David, I'm so sorry about being late. There was a little problem, on the outside of the church.
Really? It's okay. Can we go? I'm starving.
Actually, I need you to go pick up something, and I'll meet you at home. I gotta drop little Miss Thing off at her house, and she kinda got dropped off here.
Really?
Yeah, you need to meet her.
Okay.
Hey, Evil. Yeah, I want you to meet my husband, David.
Hey, how are you?
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I heard you had an issue getting dropped off or something?
Oh, that's old news. Don't worry about that. But let me ask you a question. So, you really believe all that stuff that you were saying up there about how, God can change people's problems and everything?
Yeah, I do. Why would you diminish what these people are struggling with?
Well, I mean, everybody, they're human. We all have problems. We need to just embrace who we are and roll with it,
I definitely agree with that, but we have to allow God to work with us so that we can move forward.
Guess you told me.
Well, it's not like that. It's just that, I know what God did for me, and I know He can do the same thing for others. It's just all about creating a setting to allow people to do that.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later. It was nice meeting you.
It's nice to meet you.